everybody. Welcome back to the Unscripted Dad Life. I am here with John.
Hello.
And Justin.
Hey, guys.
And I am Kevin. If you've never listened to the show before, we're just a couple of dads just catching up on the week, see how everybody's doing, going over some topics from you guys. You can always check us out at unscripteddadlife.com. All of our stuff is there. You can reach out to us, send us anything, check us out. We're here for you. We love having you guys interact with us, and we'll just get started. How was your guys' week?
Are we at the point yet where they can smash the subscribe button or something?
Smash the subscribe.
Yeah, that.
And like. And leave a comment. Tell your friends, tell your family. Can we get back to how you guys were doing?
Yeah,
I was
no,
really curious how you guys, because it's been 2 weeks because I was sick last week.
Yeah,
That's
well,
right.
how are you feeling?
Yeah.
I feel great.
Good.
What'd you have?
Relapse of something that I don't want to bring up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Way to fucking bring us
Yeah,
down,
bring
Justin.
us down.
Nice.
But it was good because I actually slept all day Saturday. And then on Sunday, it was my wife's birthday. And we let her sleep in. And I took an hour and a half of Sunday morning teaching my little guys how to say happy birthday.
Huh.
So when she woke up and she came out into the hallway, they went running down the hallway, happy birthday.
Oh, that's cute.
Awesome.
Best thing I could have done.
Right on.
So
Making memories.
it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And then we got them this like $1 million. I'm mad because we didn't come up with it first. But you remember when we were kids and we would put bed sheets, like thumbtack them to a wall and then have them draped over furniture
forts.
and they'd be like little tunnels and forts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had the genius idea to hook a fan up to it, and they made it out of the that little parachute silky sheet thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you turn the fan on, it blows up a fort, and we got my boys that, and they haven't gotten out of it since.
Can we
That's
back up a second? Because you said and
yeah.
nodded about pinning sheets up
Yeah.
to the wall?
A pillow
Yeah.
fort.
Yeah,
Or,
so you
well,
can have
he
a
did it
blanket
differently. Yeah, you put sheets and pillows up and
We
you
didn't-
go down the hall. And
Yeah.
Okay.
you never
Yeah.
did this?
I didn't have sheets growing up.
Did you have pillows?
I had one.
Oh man.
So, anyway.
Have I told you my favorite part of this podcast is being able to laugh at your pain?
That's good. That's
I
what,
don't-
that's
I
what
don't- I
my
don't
smile
actually
is
mean
hiding.
that.
I don't laugh at your pain out loud.
No, it is great though because it legitimizes every old person. When I was a kid, they'd be like, "Yeah, back in my day." Da-da-da. You're like, "Yeah, no, for real." Like,
You never did that though?
sheets.
Well, you know, I mean, I'm not joking. I didn't have sheets
Oh, wow.
as a kid. But yes, like making forts and stuff. Yeah, for sure.
It's like
but,
we used cardboard and whatever we could find around the garage.
Man.
but not pinning sheets on the walls. That's new to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
think
would
pinning on the
use-
walls, I'd get in trouble.
Well, we would use like old bed sheets and just thumbtack them, but you could use
You had
could ask Siri.
multiple sets
Yeah,
of sheets.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I stole your sheets.
That's amazing.
Oh, ours were rad. I had Ninja Turtles. We had Star Wars.
We just had
I had
solid
X-Men
color.
sheets for a while.
Cool.
Wow.
Just a couple weeks. I got rid of those.
You're making him feel bad.
No,
yeah,
you're
that's
not.
the.
I slept on an army cot
Oh yeah.
in the living room for years.
It's true, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Fuck, man.
Why
I'm so
are you
sorry.
laughing?
How could I make this
Because he
up?
said it. Because we fuck around, right?
Have I ever lied about anything like that?
That's a good question. I don't know. I hope.
That's true. I didn't know
I
you
kind of
were a
hope
kid.
so. I kind of hope not.
Okay. Well, thank you for hoping that I was joking.
No. Yeah. I hope you're just fucking around. I hope you had a
But I
blessed
wasn't.
life. Shit.
So anyway, if you Siri, like look up, like anybody listening to, look up Air Fort. There's tons of them. I'm changing it back because
Yes.
we're being depressing.
Cool.
Kevin's
But the
uncomfortable.
the boys love it. And then another thing somebody did, they charge like $150, but
Just another
you know
white
how
man
we use
doesn't know how to
cardboard
handle
boxes?
Poverty. Sorry, yeah, no, hold on. You showed me pictures, and it really is a genius idea.
Hang on. Back up. Okay, Kevin, please pause. What did you say?
Something about poverty.
Just another white man that doesn't know how to handle poverty. All right,
Well, thank you.
reset.
All right, so anyway,
Thank you
mansplain
everybody
these
for listening.
sports,
That'll
please.
be the so you know how would you build forts out of cardboard boxes and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody else came up with an idea where they just use they overcharged in my opinion, but it's just flat cardboard pieces and they have little foam round things as connectors, and you can build forts out of that. And it's not a cardboard box,
So it's
but
like
it's
a
actually
Connect
sturdy.
set.
Yeah, so it's a thicker cardboard, and they do the connectors, and then you can build forts and all kinds of stuff out of it.
That's cool.
And they're charging like $150 out of it.
And you-
for the smallest one.
You told me you got a deal, right?
No, on the Air Fort we did. We got it on clearance. It was $18 instead of $70, and the boys love it. But it's cool as hell. You just turn they learned real quick how to turn the fan on and off,
That's
cool.
which impresses me because they don't know how to put a Lego train back together when it comes apart. But man, you go into the playroom, they know how to turn that little fan knob and stand there and watch their they call it the blue bubble, but it just blows up and they're
That's
like,
cool.
yay, and then they just go in there and just start playing around.
Yeah. Right on.
So they love that.
That's cool.
That was my weekend, and then I was sick.
Oh,
So,
well, how was your wife's birthday?
Yeah.
it was good. We didn't really get to do much because I was still recovering. So we did, the boys ran down the hall, said happy birthday, gave her flowers, did some cards. I took her to lunch like we always do on our birthdays. We recreate
If I
our
recall,
first,
y'all do the same thing every year.
yeah, we
right?
recreate our first date
For
twice a
birthdays,
year
too?
for our birthday.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, that's the only time we do it.
every
So,
single year.
You should branch out.
twice a year. We on our anniversary go to where we had our engagement dinner.
That's
No,
nice.
they literally do the same thing every year.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I
It's
Every-
called tradition.
I think it's
single
great. Traditions. I
year.
think I made it clear on here. I'm a big fan of tradition.
Yeah, then you change everything up every.
I do.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. No.
What would happen?
okay.
I assume it was like a restaurant that you went to the first time, right?
Saltgrass.
What if Saltgrass went out of business? Would you go, or what if that location went out of business? Would you go to a different one?
Probably.
I think that's the easiest solution.
Okay,
Yeah.
what if
Because
the
that's
whole?
what we used to do.
Well, location.
Are you
matters.
trying to? Are you trying to?
Well,
Bring
no,
up
no,
a
I'm
because
vendor?
they
just
started-
curious to how you would.
You started this in Colorado, right?
No, we started it here.
No, just kidding.
Ooh, what if you moved? Sorry.
There's a lot of layers to this. I'm kind of
it
curious.
is
curious to how
We're-
you would
we're
shuck
not-
and
we're
jive
not
through
moving
this.
out of Texas.
Oh man.
It's as we found out earlier. Texas is so big.
That's
it's
true.
a shorter drive to Canada than to drive across Texas. So
By
we
appro-
could-
4 miles.
Yeah, by
No.
approximately 4 miles.
once
yes.
you're in this state, you ain't getting out.
I love how we reappropriated information that you just gave us, John.
I was just talking. So I'm not going to go off on a huge
Preface,
tangent
yeah.
here. But
But what you need to understand is when I was 8 years old.
But my like therapy friends that we have this group chat on, there's a few of them on there that also have ADHD like I do, and like that's the causality of my hyperfixation on things. And sometimes I'll just like go on Google deep dives for like random stuff, and like I got a very like resonating, yeah, I know, right, from one in particular. And so we're just like trading Instagram links back and forth together, like this is me too. So anyway, I came across the Texas one, and that sent me down another spiral with a bunch of useless information. But the point is that I have a ton of useless information in my head at literally all times.
Give me another example. Another example of useless.
Dude, I'm
Oh
curious.
well,
Yeah,
no,
me too.
yeah. I can't. I mean, I don't know.
Be funny. Say something funny.
Exactly.
And go.
I got giraffe's tongue is 3 feet long. Did you know that?
Holy shit! No,
Wow, that's
Yeah.
taller than Justin.
that's it's a low blow, bro.
So anyway,
Well, yeah, I mean,
That's
you're
cool.
short.
I used to run around with a fact that I thought was a fact for years, but I've never looked it up because I'm afraid it won't be true. But I had a teacher, Miss Chapman, told me that her long lost ancestor was Johnny Chapman, who happens to be Johnny Appleseed's real name. And I'm still not sure if Johnny Appleseed is a real person or not. But I went around telling everybody in my 20s that, like, here's my piece of trivia.
that's amazing.
Yeah, so I don't know.
When did you learn this information?
Probably like 4th grade or something.
Okay,
Teachers
I love
never
that you
lied,
just
though.
like you're like fuck no, this is real, the real deal here.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up while y'all talk.
Yeah, do it.
No, don't do it.
So
Okay.
Don't do it.
I am curious now, though. So you've got all the useless information.
Mhm.
I've got even more useless information because it's Chuck Norris Stokes dad jokes.
I wouldn't call that information.
I would. What do you got?
I don't have much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I know I love you.
And
then
that's
we
why
owe
I
Air
don't
Neville.
sing.
When we first worked together, we had that whole open spread of the office, and then it'd be quiet in the office, and you hear something, I don't know my, and then on the other side of the office, I know and it was so good. Like every dumb dude in the office would be singing love songs to each other. It was great.
That's great.
Yeah, it's a good song.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just more amazed that you started singing
great.
on the show.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. All right.
I think you can get away with
Buy
like
your
3 seconds.
talent show tickets right there. Speaking of tickets, you seriously don't get to go to the game tonight?
No,
That's so dumb. Your name is literally on
it is.
the chair.
Yes, but this is not the regular.
Oh, sorry.
MLS
We're talking
season.
about soccer. And
Yeah, sorry.
and the new, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Way shifted.
So,
gears.
this is coming out in October?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so Messi will have been playing in MLS for Inter Miami for a few months by this time. And if you've been living under a rock, Messi is one of the greatest soccer/football players
Ever.
Yeah, I'd say ever. I mean, certainly in,
he's got a good arm.
Modern history. Shut up. Modern history, but definitely of all time for sure. Yeah, the other soccer clubs are starting to gouge ticket prices for when they play against Inter Miami because they'll know that Messi himself will draw a large crowd.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of
That's
not
typical.
good.
Bad.
What's that?
Kind of typical for everything.
Yeah, that is.
It's kind of sleazy in my opinion because like my club is marketing as like, hey, come see Messi instead of like, hey, come watch your team that you support.
Yeah,
you know
if I were
what I'm
on that
saying?
team, I'd be like, cool. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I hope they beat him now. Just for
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to like shift gears. I totally did. ADHD.
that's okay.
I don't have. So how was your
Is that
week?
stolen valor?
Oh
What?
hell no.
Oh, when he's
Claiming
pretending
that-
to have
Way
ADHD.
different.
Yeah, that's my ADHD.
I just have OCD.
I
Like,
don't really have it.
I'm a short attention
I'm
span.
kidding.
How was your week?
Hold on, no. I'm curious.
No.
When you say his name is on the seat, what do you mean? Because
No, like my actual name is
Is
on my
on the-
seat.
is on
like
the
in
seat.
the stadium.
A nameplate?
No, it's a nameplate, but it's a sticker. It's like a fancy
Yeah.
vinyl sticker.
For being
that
a
says
season
my name
ticket
on it.
holder.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
I got to pretend to be somebody's daughter.
Yeah, he
When-
sat in
when I
my
went.
niece's seat.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It was pretty awesome. I have the hair for it. Why not?
I think you do too.
Yeah, and you know,
You'd make a cute little girl.
I am. I'm a little girl. No.
Okay,
You're not the only one.
You're not the only one who can sing here.
Yeah.
huh? Okay.
Well, I don't know if that's singing. Hopefully not every.
Right.
Hopefully not everybody's deaf after that.
Justin, tell us about your weekend.
Please.
I don't even remember the week. Well, no, I do. Okay, we went
It was
to
3 days ago.
We visited Galveston for 4 days, and then so last weekend we chilled all weekend. But Galveston was great. We got to take my daughter to the beach. We hung out at the pier and rode some rides. I was telling you about it earlier with the. We rode. It was like carnival. There's a pier in Galveston. Have you been out to Galveston recently?
Once back in
It's been a while.
5 years.
Oh.
I'm trying to
Are
find
you,
it.
I was like, what are you doing?
You know what I'm looking for.
There's apparently a family photo somewhere of them. At
No.
Galveston.
I'm going to cut this out. Well, my wife's going to hear it anyway. I was looking for the year of the wedding
Oh.
because that was the last time we went to Galveston. But it's been 5 years.
Oh, I thought
Gotcha.
you said you'd been married for 7. No, never
No,
mind.
5.
Yeah, COVID fucked everything up.
Yeah, we're coming up to 6 in January. Yeah.
So anyway, I got to there's a pier out there. Then you know
Yeah.
that there's all these
We
like
could
carnival
see it.
rides and stuff.
Yeah. Kind of like it looks like in GTA 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we went on the Ferris wheel. That was a good time. I got to be the only one not afraid of heights this time. Even my wife was like, "This is a little bit much," and my daughter is freaking out. What? Yeah.
Wait.
See, I've
What?
I've come to understand something because my daughter made fun of me about my fear of heights recently, and I was totally fine. I go, "No, that's not the kind of heights." The mountain thing was a whole thing, but we went on all these rides, and I was pretty much fine the whole time. I had a little bit of uncomfortability, but anyway, there's this one ride. Because I was telling John about this. There's this one ride where it's basically just a big circle. You start in this thing, and it goes up a little bit, about quarter turn, and then it goes back down, and it swings, and it comes back up, kind of like the Conquistador at Six Flags back in the day.
Yeah.
But it keeps going all the way until it finally can go all the way around, total 360.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
No.
and it's fast and it's loud as shit, and it's like 2x2. You got you and somebody on your side, and then across from you, you got 2 people that are facing you. So it was me. Across from me was my wife. Next to my wife was my daughter, and then this kid who came up and he goes, "Are you guys?" Or actually, I'm sorry, my wife invited him. If you're not with your family, you can come sit with us. So he comes sit next to us, a real nice, sweet little kid, and we're waiting. And the whole time he's like freaking out about his belt, and he's like, "Can you help? I don't know if I can. Is there any? I'm not sure if this." I'm like, "Don't worry about it. The guy's gonna come by. He's gonna hook you up. You're gonna be fine." And he did. All that was fine. But he looks at me. He goes, I'm trying to get over my fear of heights." And I go, "Oh yeah, you too, me too." And he's like, "Oh good." And my daughter's over there smiling. Everything's fine. And then so we go up the quarter turn when it starts, and they're screaming, and I'm just smiling and looking at the kid next to me. And they go up the half turn, and we're just about to go. And my daughter, like each time it goes, she's like, "Ah." And then when we finally do the full 360, she is like sheer terror on her face, white-faced all the way, and the kid next to me is going, "Chinga tu madre!" He's like all kinds of like Spanish expletives that I don't fully understand. And then my daughter is like in a whole different world, not paying attention to what's going on. But we get off the ride and I go, "You did great, kid." He goes, "Oh, thank you." And
He throws up. Right
yeah, it's like we never saw him again. He fell off the pier. But my wife goes, "I think he was saying some stuff." He was definitely saying some stuff. But it was so cool to like, because my daughter's got a huge fear of heights too now. So it was fun to watch the terror in her face. It was great.
I love it. Good. Well, I mean, that's what she gets for making fun of you.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah. No, we hung out in Galveston, did a bunch of little nothing stuff, but it was a good time.
Cool. I like Galveston. It's like a 4-hour drive from where we are to get to the beach. It's kind of nice. Like, it doesn't...
it's too close not to go every now and then, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't, match the beaches that you find in Florida or California. But, man, it's still really pretty out there, and it's just nice to go out there and hang out.
I was surprised at how... I knew that the ships, the cruise ships, I knew that they departed from there, but I was surprised to see how many, especially when we were up on the Ferris wheel. Out on the horizon, there were tons. It was like a whole other city out there.
That's awesome.
So here's what I gathered from your story.
I don't speak Spanish.
Well, that too. You're afraid of heights when you're in control of what's going on.
That's a big part of it.
And when you're not in control, you're like, "Oh, this is nothing."
Yeah.
So you're more scared.
That's interesting.
Well,
because did you pick up? Because he's scared of driving in the mountains. He's scared of the high five when he's driving, but he's not.
What?
Yeah.
I was when I was a teenager. I drive on highways around here all the time.
The high five.
The high five's not even the highest.
It's about time.
What?
So you're admitting you're not afraid of it?
I'm not scared of anything.
Like 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, months. I don't even know.
The mountain. I've said it before. The mountain. Mount Rainier was like the most epic thing I've ever seen. And yeah, being in control in a vehicle that has me and everybody I love in it, that's terrible. Like that's
a huge weight to bear. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You drive it every day though when you have your wife and kid in the car.
But
and
not on a mountain.
75 here is way more dangerous than a mountain road.
No, I've thought about that quite a bit too. Like, and I hate to admit it here in front of everybody, but I look at my phone 95% of the time I'm driving on the road, regardless
Hopefully
of how
there's
fast
no
I'm going.
police officers listening.
Nah, they're looking at their phones too.
Did you see that the tanker blew up on 75 today?
Yeah,
I saw that. Yeah, but
yeah.
man.
Actually, I got a picture. I'll show y'all later.
You actually got a picture of it?
Yeah, I
Nice.
thought for sure that it was our office on fire when I first saw the smoke, and then we slowed down to like 10 miles an hour and finally got by. The tanker was like bones. It was. Yeah. There was nothing left of it. Wow. It was crazy. I forgot all about that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. It was terrible. I hope the guy was okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Or maybe he had 2 kids in the back and he was on his way to San Antonio. Call back.
Going north?
No, never mind. Did you remember the story about me and my sister going to San Antonio?
Oh, yeah, okay. I was like, Jesus, this got dark really quick.
Know,
okay.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
So on that note, John.
Right.
Oh, we had to get dark to get to John.
I like
That's not what I meant.
Somebody's listening to this while they work. They're like, Jesus. What?
Hold on. Let me rewind that. How was your week and a half?
It was good. Thank you for asking. No,
All right.
My wife and I celebrated our wedding, our marriage anniversary. And
happy anniversary!
Thank you
again.
Thank you. And she surprised me with a taco and margarita tour. Oh, actually,
What?
I think I told you guys about that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really a surprise, but like the surprise of the places was cool. So we started out at one restaurant where you get you're supposed to get a margarita and a taco at the first and last place. And every place, there are 4 places, you get a taco. Well, the first place, they were serving the margaritas in like just regular cocktail glasses. So I had like 3 of them when I was there, just chugging them. And it's supposed to be known for, I'm not going to like name and shame, but it's supposed to be known for like the best margaritas in Texas. And I thought they were just kind of mid. They just tasted like a regular Jose Cuervo margarita. I don't know. I'm not bougie or anything when it comes to it, but.
Where's your favorite margarita?
You know what? I actually had it. Well, this is great because I can't remember the name of the place, but it was the second place that we went to, and they had a sangria margarita.
Oh,
nice.
Okay, so it was kind of like a bar hop. It wasn't like
a bar hop. Yeah.
It wasn't an event that you went to.
No.
One restaurant, next restaurant. Okay.
So we visited
Sorry, I
4
was trying to figure
restaurants
that
and tasted tacos and margaritas at each place. And it was we got there via tour bus to each one.
That sounds like a good
That's
time.
pretty epic.
Yeah.
And we rented a room because we weren't bringing our kids to that. So we rented a room so that We wouldn't have to drive anywhere. But like, I know I've said before, I don't drink because like my meds make me a huge like lightweight. But I had like 6 margaritas within a 3 or 4 hour span, and like to where the point where I started getting a hangover headache like at the last place. Like everything was fine, but like it just hurt my head, and it took like a good few hours to get rid of it. So
That sucks.
Felt kind of bad.
That explains the text you and I got.
So this is what?
Wow.
Oh, so this is relevant, but while we were in Galveston, you posted some photos about that. The whole time we were in Galveston, I kept sending you and another friend of ours a bunch of photos and funny texts and stuff, and the whole time Galveston was like, nah, it's not going through. So I had all these like little red check marks of things that hadn't been sent yet, and I sent one off to the side to just you in regards to you going on this thing with your wife, and I've been waiting for Telegram to just be like, nah, send it. And
Did it not send?
Read it.
Where do I start?
The one with the red check mark.
Oh, you know what? No, I didn't. So the question was, did we wear our underwear, our taco margarita underwear?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was just so worried it was just going to push through on a random Tuesday.
No. So I couldn't find mine. I don't know where mine are. But my wife wore hers.
I had to guess one of your kids has it.
Probably. My son has started wearing my socks.
It's weird that it went disappearing around the same time Justin and I were invited to your house.
Oh, that's true. Let me see your underwear right now.
I use them as a flag. No.
Pull your pants down right now.
Commando.
Not doing that again.
But no, it was
for that again.
it was a great weekend. Got to spend some time just alone with my wife, which is always fun for me.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And that was it. Then we just resumed things back up Sunday.
So I'm a big fan of what you did, but I'm still trying to figure out good places here. So did you try Mezomaya?
No.
You should try that.
Okay.
Never heard of that. What is it? Mexican restaurant?
It's authentic Mexican. The only Tex-Mex they serve is the chips and salsa at the start, and then everything else is like straight up from like they don't do any more Tex-Mex.
Interesting.
And it's
Okay.
the only place in Texas I found that's not Tex-Mex. So I always try to recommend it to everybody. Did you go to Uncle Julio's?
No. I've been there before, but
We're all having
So it was,
I'm all for like Tex-Mex.
so I know off the top of my head I know 2 of the places. It was Desperados and Velvet Taco, but I can't remember the other 2 places. One of them was like this Korean taco place. So like they actually put kimchi in it. So that was pretty interesting.
No, I'm down.
But I can't remember the other one. Man, and it was the other one that had the really good sangria margarita. They like put an orchid petal in it, or an actual orchid flower in there and everything. It looked beautiful. Presentation was amazing.
That sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're getting taco casa on the way home. I'm excited.
That's about the same.
We had beef enchiladas last night.
Nice.
Yeah. But talking about margaritas, you reminded me when I was stationed in Kansas. I can't remember what the name of the I don't know. Anyway, there was this place about margaritas, and they limited you to 1 per table because they served it to you in a fishbowl.
Oh,
not
yeah,
like
yeah.
a small one, but a gigantic fishbowl that like it was ridiculous. And we had
Like 6 or 7 straws, depending on who's there.
Yeah, it was like you need 10 people to drink it, and then you're getting halfway.
I'm not comfortable with that, to be honest with
We
you.
used to do that. We used to go
Our
on.
medic drank the entire thing by himself.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was he messed up?
Yeah.
But he
actually
could give
had
himself
to leave.
fluids the next day.
That's
like just,
true.
Oh, that's true. He's a medic.
Yeah. So we actually had to leave before we got kicked out because it was getting pretty bad.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
But yeah, then when you were talking about tacos and margaritas, that popped in my head. But I love tacos.
Yeah, me too. It's my favorite
I'm always
food of all
trying
time.
to find good places here, and I've only found the reason I asked you about Mezzo and Uncle Julio's is that's all I've really found, other than like Fuzzies, Qdoba, but that's not really.
Yeah, that's
the
kind of
same.
chain. I mean, it's good, but yeah, I know what you mean.
So yeah, I was just curious because I'm a fat kid at heart, and
So
not in
am I.
heart and in physical. So interesting.
So what are we doing today?
What are we doing? We've got our question from the cup. So let's see what we've got. Whose turn is it? Does anybody remember?
I think I went last time.
It's been 2. Oh, so
Then it's
it's
me.
I thought no, because
thought
we're
we go
doing.
that way.
No, you did before, and then
Fine.
I thought we go this way.
I'll give it to you.
This is
Paper, rock,
just a
scissors. Where's our rock'em sock'em?
well-oiled
I did
machine
rock,
right
scissors,
here.
paper.
Rock, scissors, paper.
2 out of 3. Yeah.
I thought it was okay.
1,
Paper,
2,
scissors,
3.
rock.
What are you?
Oh my god!
1, 2.
Hold on. Who did that right? Who did
Jesus
that wrong?
Christ, who cares?
All right,
Just
let's
pick
go.
a fucking
1, 2.
question.
I'll take the cup. All right, here we go. I cheated, just so everybody knows.
Your rhythm is bad.
Dude, I'm old, I'm fat, and I'm bald. I don't have rhythm.
I'm older than you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, he is. He's
yeah.
41.
Wow, I'm the youngest one at the table.
No, you're
Oh,
not.
hey, we actually, this isn't an anonymous one. The beer's kicking in. Anonymous. That's a hard word to say.
It's a strong ass beer.
We actually, I guess, have not talked about this. I know we were kind of curious earlier, but who is better at discipline, you or your spouse?
I thought
Haven't we answered that
I
one?
could have swore we did.
talked about disciplining, but we never talked about who's better.
Let's do lightning around me.
My wife.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Not me.
All right, next.
Because my wife is, we like I said before, we just started disciplining, but
I'm just kidding.
it's weird.
I'm
We
not
only
actually.
did discipline. I don't know if this was normal for you guys while we're on discipline. We've only had to discipline them for like a week, and everything's just kind of like been chill. So they're terrible twos.
Mhm.
For us, has not been an issue other than if they get out of their routine.
Mm-hmm.
So if you put them in the wrong bed, that upsets them. If they have the wrong colored water cup, that like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, they're not biting each other anymore. They're not fighting. They're not trying to hit each other. They're not. It's the weirdest thing. They're like the most well-behaved little 2-year-olds I don't know.
When you say disciplining, what do you mean?
So the last time we did it, they were biting each other, and we did 30 seconds of timeout by putting them in their crib, and then we would sit in the room and they couldn't do anything. We let them throw their fit, and then we'd let them out after they calmed down. That's the only discipline we've ever had to do, and that was
That's not bad.
a month, 3 or however, whenever we talked about it on the last before, and we haven't had a discipline since.
When you say you put them in the wrong bed,
Yeah.
is that twin confusion?
Yes. Okay, it depends on who you ask. If you ask my wife, no, she does it to mess with them.
Yeah.
Me, absolutely 100%. I do still. I'm getting better now at telling them apart because the youngest's face shape is more round as opposed to the oval of the oldest. But now they're starting to have freckles. And if you ask, like, hey, whoever, blah, 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 raise your hand, they'll excitedly raise their hand, so it's hard to tell them apart.
Yeah.
And they wear shirts with their names on them. But yes, definitely for me, it was I'd put them in the wrong bed because I wouldn't know who I have. And I'm like, I'm going to try this one. If they're calm, okay, that's right. And if they freak out, oh, I'm sorry. Good joke. And move. But no, it was totally because I didn't know.
Or somebody's having a quiet identity crisis. I'm kidding. But
Dude,
I love this topic so much.
Did I tell you how we've freaked out? Oh, man. It was within the first 3 months of having them home from the hospital.
No.
Did I ever tell you guys this story?
Mm-mm.
All right. So we took advice from someone that my wife talked to. I can't remember who. And when they were born, we painted a fingernail blue on one of their hands. And that's who we knew who came out first because you got the blue fingernail. And then we knew who was the youngest. And there was a time it was when we first started giving them baths, and we didn't realize that the fingernail polish had washed off, and we didn't know what baby we had. And we were freaking out because it's in the first time where you're not sleeping like 2 hours and you're up. Mm-hmm. We actually had to video call my mom, who had stayed with us for a while, like, who is this? And because she could tell them right away all the time. And we were like, who is this? And it was not who I thought I had.
That's amazing.
So, yes, they have definitely been confused for each other, but now I'm glad they're starting to be a little different.
A little self-aware.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
But, man, you talk about some massive panic.
Yeah, I bet. Absolutely.
That was the worst part. And then
I just sweep that under there. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? They're babies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and how I'm going
I
to...
can't argue with that.
You know, my answer when everybody's like, oh, how are you going to do it when they get older and they do the twin swap? My answer to that is when they start doing that, I'm going to tell them if they do that too much, they're going to go blind. Kind of like our parents would tell us, if you play with it too much, you'll lose your sight. I'm going to tell them the same thing.
Okay.
Like if you act like your brother, you're going to lose your eyesight. And then they're going to be like, no, and then I'm going to show
My
them.
vision's fine, just like we did when we were kids.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and I'm going to show them that it's not fine because they're not going to remember now in 10 years. And right now they have stigmatisms. Both of them have astigmatism in their left eye. So we have to eye patch them for an hour a day to get their eyesight corrected so they don't need glasses. So I have pictures of them with the eye patch on just to reuse it
each other
in
all the
10
time.
years. Like this. Look, you started losing your eyesight 10 years ago because you were trying to be your brother. And that's going to be...
A lot of emotional trauma.
Yeah, you're a big fan of parental terrorism.
So whose turn is it to answer that now?
No, I was gonna say I always thought for years and years, like I think I was instilled in like Disney mindset of parents know their children, like that whole thing. So I always thought like, no, a mom and dad are gonna know one twin from the other. But I think, never mind, I was going to make a real bad joke there. I think it's interesting that they're like, that's just makes sense. It's real life. That's people lose track and figure it out. It's fine. Cool.
See, I still freak out every day that I'm going to confuse them. I really do. So I have my little buddy now, but yeah, they keep flipping on me, and it's annoying.
If just purely for the to talk.
Yeah.
What would be the real damage if you did one day before they became who they are?
Yeah.
If you flipped the identity one day and it just never went back, what would the real damage be? Right? If Kid A and Kid B one day became the other one, would it matter later on in life?
I really don't know.
Oh, okay.
But like I was saying, with how they freak out with beds and
No,
their
they'll
color
keep-
codes,
they'll let
they won't let you because they're used to saying their name now too.
Yeah.
Something else happened amazing. Thank you for asking that question because you reminded me of something that was the most amazing thing ever. On my wife's birthday, I don't know how or what got us on this topic, but she said the word Chewbacca, and my kids picked up on it and immediately tried saying Chewbacca. That was their word of the day, Chicky Baba.
I like it.
All day.
Yeah.
And they were laughing their butts off because they thought it was the funniest word.
That's a good try.
And you're like, say Chewbacca. And they love doing it. So next time you see them, ask them to say Chewbacca. They're like, Chicky Baba. And it's the best thing. They love saying that. Just like they like saying Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
And yeah, if you ask them what they want to eat, their favorite thing to eat right now is chicken and fries.
Oh,
Doesn't
dude,
matter what.
that's never going to change.
That's all they want, chicken and fries.
Yeah, no.
Chicky
Yeah.
Baba sounds like a race car driver from the 80s.
I thought that was
Just a
Dick
redneck.
Trickle.
This is Chicky Baba, number 55 with the Marlboro on the side.
Chicky Baba takes over Dick Trickle.
What's happening? What are we talking about here?
I forgot about Dick Trickle.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a
baseball
real
player,
race
right?
car driver from like the 70s.
Oh, race
Oh,
car?
really?
I thought he was a baseball player. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Huh.
So what else we doing?
Oh, you guys didn't have any? That was
Oh.
that was all for
Oh,
better
disciplining?
discipline? Oh, you're just going to say you not even
Yeah.
get into why you
Well,
think you're
I
a better
swear we've
disciplinary?
talked about it.
Yeah, I'd
before.
say we've talked about this
Have
already.
we really?
Yeah.
All right, well then let's move on.
Okay.
let's just go. If we've already talked about it, I don't want to.
Shit.
We don't want to like regurgitate the content.
Yeah, that's true. No, but I think it's the two of us together.
Huh?
Not me and you.
What?
I'm passing the torch to you to answer.
Hold on.
No, I'm not going to answer because we've already talked about it.
Yeah, well, and the way you did that was like that's not the right way to do that because it really looked like you were saying you and I together.
Together, the two
kind
of
of like
us.
that text message where it just didn't word right when I was trying to give John what he jokingly to say to his wife, and he was like, "Dude, I don't want to say."
Well, now you can't not explain what you're saying. We didn't know what you said then.
Well, yeah, but that's not a. Yeah, I'm not.
Basically, Kevin sent John a message to tell your wife I said hi
Yes.
with no context.
No, I was just saying, give your wife the sexy eyes, and it sounded like I was trying to tell him to do that to my wife, and it was not worded.
Yeah, it got
in
weird.
a good way. And Justin was like, "I'll take those sexy eyes."
I don't remember that.
I do.
Okay.
I've screenshotted it.
Okay.
No, I really didn't.
What you got
All
for
right, so since we've already talked about disciplining,
Yeah.
and I've kind of gone into what I thought was amazing with my kids this weekend. For you guys, what's been your favorite and least favorite part about being a dad up to today?
From start to finish?
Sure, why not? Go back as far as you want. Go, yeah.
Nah, you go.
I can
It's
even go
it's
first,
all the
too.
cliche answers. That's one thing I find interesting about being a dad is all the cliche answers become real at some point where you go just watching them grow.
Well, what do you
That's
mean?
fucking true.
Oh, okay.
Like I love watching my daughter learn new things. I like watching her become more interested in things. My wife bought my daughter a subscription to these little boxes of little things you can construct, and it's like electronics and little wood pieces and all that stuff. And so far, she's gotten headphones, like functioning headphones. She uses them while she plays Fortnite now.
Oh, that's cool.
And then a little flashlight that transforms into a lantern, and she was so excited to show me that when I got home from work the other day. And the more interesting part of that was that she was like, "Yeah, I worked on it for 5 hours," which is amazing to me that she had the attention span to just continue working on that. Because when I was a kid, my dad would bring home model cars. He'd buy one for each of the kids and then a bag of candy bars, and he'd do that probably once a month. And then all my brothers would put theirs together slowly and methodically, and my sister, I don't remember what she was doing, but I would slap my shit together. It was all just totally covered in glue, and I couldn't paint for shit. But it was cool to see my daughter, like, she took her time, she did it right, she read all that. But I said, so in the instructions, it's got electronics and stuff that's explained to you how this works. And she smiled, and she goes, yeah, it explains it. But I didn't read any of that. So she's not really learning anything, but she's constructing a thing, which is cool to me.
Kind of like in Bluey. I'm not taking instructions from a cartoon dog.
Yeah. What?
You haven't seen that. Have you got to that episode yet, John? Yeah, Flat Pack. Yeah, it's fantastic. You really need to watch Bluey.
See, I'm on my own. I even brought it up. You guys were texting back and forth about it one day, and
we were.
I brought it up to my wife and daughter. So you guys know what Bluey is? And my wife like turned up her nose, like, what? And my daughter said, that's baby stuff. And my wife goes, yeah, that's baby stuff. And I was like, damn, I'm never gonna get to watch Bluey. So,
dude, yeah, you can. They're 8 minute long. Just watch it at work.
oh, that's a good point. I didn't know they were that short. I think we talked about this last time.
Probably. Anyway, sorry. Okay, favorite and least thing. Sorry.
Oh, least favorite.
Wait, that's your favorite part about being a dad is just the one cliche?
No, it's all great. It's all great. Like, if anybody ever asked me, like, what good's going on in your life right now, it's all wife and daughter. Like, the best decisions I ever made were to marry my wife and to have my daughter. That's phenomenal. Negative stuff, I don't really. I mean, that stuff to me comes and goes. Like, you have bad moments, but there's no, like, the worst part of it all. Especially nothing I would want to tell you about.
Wow, fuck you too.
I mean, honestly, that's a safe answer.
Yeah.
Is that why you only had the one?
John's like, the worst for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say
What'd you say?
I said that's why you only had one daughter, because you just had so many good moments with her. You just can't be topped, so why keep trying?
That is absolutely true.
Oh, yeah, he said that before. I remember.
I won the lottery. There's no point to try again. Oh, just got a text from my wife.
I heard that.
No, she's pregnant.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Go ahead, John.
I was really excited because you looked at your phone and made it believable. It was serious, wasn't it?
I gotta agree with Justin. It's like the old cliche. I love watching them discover new things, especially like from the time of the infancy. So like my daughter is like, we teach her sign language to for more, done, eat, again, stuff like that.
Done?
Oh,
no?
What's done?
Done is both hands like this. And so
my daughter would come home from school with new sign language. I thought that was the coolest thing to watch.
Yeah, it helps us because like obviously she can't verbalize anything. So this like creates a huge leap for us to be able to talk to each other, so to speak. And so seeing her do that, and then just seeing her put together things with my kids, it's like them discovering new parts of their personalities. Like my middle child is cracking jokes that like are way beyond what I would have cracked at his age, and they're like thoughtful, funny jokes.
That's awesome.
And my oldest is, he's an entertainer, and he doesn't get tired of doing that. And he likes to show us things that he's been working on. He's actually turned out to be a really good artist. He drew a bunch of Fortnite characters.
That's cool.
That were really cool, and it was based off a book. So the book taught him, how to start with the stick figures and then start to so you can add shadows and stuff like that, and he followed it to a T, and it's been great. So he's the one who applied himself to do that. That's why we give them electronic breaks, like to get them to do something other than play video games. And so that's when they sort of discover these new talents that they have. So I'd say that's certainly part of it. My least favorite part is probably early on the lack of sleep. That's pretty tough. And this the other part, which isn't, it's not necessarily like a horrible thing, but like, like my wife and I can't just drop everything and go out one night. It takes some planning on one or both of our parts to be able to do so. So that's still minimal compared to, anything else. But I would say, sometimes it can get frustrating because I think parents sort of forget each other along the way as well. And so
that's what we talked about 2 weeks ago.
And so it's hard to keep that connection alive when all you have in common is the kids and what are you doing with the kids and where are we taking the kids. So trying to get some alone time with the parents is can be difficult. So I would say that's the worst part for me, but it's still not terrible.
Let me back up then, and I'll say the same as far as like the infancy stuff.
Because your wife listens now, so you got
no, because I just didn't think of it. I remember after my daughter was born, my wife was talking a lot about, I almost said adopting a child, and I remember that in my head I was like, as long as they're 2 or older, like I don't want to deal with any of that stuff again. Yeah, you're right. That was the worst part, which is nice to have like behind us at some point, that no matter what, it's going to be behind you.
Absolutely.
Except for this, I read this article the other day about this 40-year-old man that dresses like a baby, and he's always trying to find a new mama.
Wait, what?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Where'd you read that at?
I don't remember.
Send it to us. Let's put it on. We'll put it on the Patreon. Let everybody read that.
I don't think it's appropriate for the Patreon, but we could do that.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah. No, so for me, it's honestly, it's really the same thing because every day is something new. Something now that they've just started and I missed it and I'm really mad that I missed it is they're starting to use their imagination to pretend. So they have that rug with roads and buildings and all that, and they play with their Hot Wheels. Well, they've got these little wooden people from their train table and they have their Paw Patrol cars, and my wife was pretending like the people needed help or something, and they would push their little Paw Patrol cars to go help them. And then take them to the road rug and take them to their house.
That's fun.
On the road rug and talking to her the whole time. And I was like, man, I wish I saw that. So Saturday when it's just me and the kids, my wife is at work. Oh, dude, it's gonna. But no, that's my favorite part is just watching how fast they're learning because every day they're just miles above where they were before. They want to read before they go to bed, and by reading, they're just really looking at books and telling you what they see, which is fantastic.
That's
how
good,
they're
though,
talking to each other and just sitting when we sit there and just watch them. They're sharing. If one of them wants another Hot Wheel car that the brother has, if he's not playing with it, he'll pick it up and like, here you go, and then just walk away. And it's just like, man, they're saying thank you. They're throwing stuff away. So it's amazing because everything to them right now is new and awesome and fun. But I know it's like, who wants to clean up after themselves? They're going to grow out of that. But that's my favorite part. My least favorite part is going to sound really stupid, but I honestly don't like that there's not enough time in the day to spend more time with them.
That's a big one.
Like 3 hours after work and then weekends is all we get, and that's just not enough.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Especially now.
That is the absolute, like, what do you think your worst characteristic is? Oh, I care too much. But you're absolutely right.
Yeah, but those cliches, like you said, it's all right. Like, and that's the other thing too is I didn't have kind of like what we talked about when you and I were when we first met, and we were talking about kids, and you were trying to help me out with parenting because I was stressing over that. We didn't have the terrible twos either.
Yeah,
like
when you were talking about it a second ago, I was thinking about that.
Yeah, like they get upset if they get out of their routine, but if you get them in a routine and you stick to it, we didn't have any problems. Like, they throw their temper for a second.
You need to introduce a little bit of chaos in there.
Oh, we will.
No, I'm serious. If they don't like going outside of the routine, like,
no, they'll get some. Like, they do like doing new stuff. It's not like this. I mean, just like small stuff like this is your bed, this is your cup color, and it was mostly for my wife and I to tell them apart. But because if you look in their room, here's another funny thing that we did to help tell them apart for their beds. One of her aunts got their names on wood in cursive for us as like a decorative thing, and we put that above their cribs so that way when we walked in the room, like after 2 hours of sleep when we were dead tired, we could remember who was.
No, absolutely no. That's just smart.
So
even Alvin, Simon, and Theodore had it above their bed.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's things like that. But yeah, I mean,
I say take it a step further and raise one goth.
Oh yeah, and the other emo.
No.
Cowboy.
And the other jock. Boom.
Oh,
yeah. Then you can tell them apart.
It's the best of both worlds.
Exactly.
City Mouse, Country Mouse. That's perfect.
Dude, I can't.
City Mouse.
I
Country
can't
Mouse,
wait
exactly.
until they're old enough to start listening to like Matchbox 20 and all that kind of stuff. That's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be like vintage rock to them.
Oh dude, yeah, it's gonna be great.
They're never gonna want to listen to any of that.
Yeah, they will.
Well,
I love that your go-to is Matchbox 20.
It's better than freaking Daddy Finger Baby Shark.
Well, yeah, y'all are still
Like,
into that right now,
You
but
gotta
like
get them into some Nicki Minaj. That'll already be like old
hell
school.
no.
my kids listen to Nicki Minaj. It's fine. No, not Nicki Minaj. What's
Cardi
the,
B.
No, it's the David Archuleta featuring Nicki Minaj.
Oh,
Never heard of him.
Yeah. Anyway, it's
Really?
a good
Well,
song.
I've heard of her because she's whatever.
I was
but
just thinking of
not the
that
other
image
guy.
of her throwing the microphone at the the fan. Have you seen that yet?
No.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's why that's
No,
the
it's
first
fine.
thing
Go ahead.
popped up.
Tell me the rest of your story.
Somebody at the show threw their water at her, and she got mad, and she hurled her microphone right at them, and like they escorted her. That's all it was.
Well, good. Good.
They need
Anyway,
to,
tell me about
though,
your kids. Sorry.
I don't know what that new trend is of throwing shit at people who are performing, but that's
That's
you
been a thing
deserve
for
to
a
have
while.
Something
It's-
like thrown at you. I'm
People
sorry,
are
but
assholes. That's just a thing that's
fucking
been around
A,
for a
man.
long time.
Sorry. Anyway,
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. So
Well, thank you, but back to your
I don't put on like kids like again 11, 9, and 1. I don't put on like kids music or anything like that. Sometimes they'll ask for requests to like listen to a specific song, but most time if I'm driving, I'm gonna be the DJ and I'll just listen to my music. And so like I'm not forcing it on them, but they do start singing along to like Tegan and Sarah and AFI and Metallica.
Tech Nine.
Yeah, I do keep Tech Nine off the radio station. radio station, like I'm 70. I keep it off of Spotify.
I don't listen to those programs.
So they do it, but they still also listen to their other stuff. My sister made a punk playlist for my oldest one.
Nice.
Because
that's where the AFI comes in.
Yeah. Because he said he's starting to listen to punk now because he is quote unquote embracing his skater boy side.
Hell yeah.
So when you say punk though, like what? Like Sum 41, Social Distortion,
No, hold on, let me
or
guess,
like new punk?
If it's your sister,
Yeah.
it's definitely AFI.
Definitely AFI.
There's
Yeah.
some Smiths on there, which isn't.
No, that's not punk.
Shit, sorry.
I think that's punk either.
Misfits. There's gonna be some Misfits.
There's
on
some misfits on there. Yeah.
Maybe some Black Flag.
Black Flag. I don't know. Let me bring it. I made it for him. It says.
Whatever we listened to in the car on the way to the soccer game was a really good mix.
Oh, I can't even remember. It's probably the same thing that she's been listening to for like years. To be honest with you.
It was a real good mix of everything.
My Chemical Romance. That's a good one.
Oh yeah, My Chemical Romance is on
That's
there.
not punk.
Yep. No, well that's emo. I get it.
Yeah.
But
It's Pimo.
dang it. Where? Oh, here it is. Punk out. Sex Pistols, Ramones, The
Nice.
Clash, The Cramps, Green Day,
Why didn't I think of the Ramones?
Social Distortion. I can't remember who said that.
What song is
Yeah.
it? Ball and Chain or
Ring of Fire.
Ring of Fire?
That's a good
such
one.
a good song.
The Distillers, Rancid, Dropkick Murphys, Blink.
You got to
Dropkick
put
is
some
cool, yeah.
Interrupters on there.
Oh, sorry, I skipped that one. The Interrupters. She's
you go.
Kerosene.
Yes,
I like
great
that song actually.
Flogging Molly?
No Flogging Molly, but he really likes. Where is it?
This is fun.
We gotta do it. We'll do
Would
that.
you guys consider Coheed and Cambria punk? Because I don't really consider them punk.
No,
No.
it fit in when they first came around. It all
They're-
meshed, but I don't think
They're
so.
like that group that could be classified as punk or emo or
Or even
soft.
progressive, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they're a weird genre.
Oh, Comeback Kid. Have you ever heard of them?
Yeah, I think I saw him live, but I don't really know.
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
about
So
him.
he really likes them. There's a song called "Wake the Dead" that I actually made like this little montage video of him skateboarding with it, and like he is going nuts for it. Like he actually he
I'll
just
have to look that up.
yeah, it's great.
We'll
So
have to revisit that next week
so yeah,
because
I would
it's a
say.
comeback.
All right, well that's about all the time I have for today.
I didn't even understand that one.
It was bad.
I can't remember
It was
how we
that
got
bad.
onto this. What were we talking about?
Well, we were talking about favorite and least favorite things about a dad, but
Yeah, we did what we do.
so
Tangent.
so before we end today, there are a couple things I want to tell you guys about. We actually did get some pretty cool feedback.
Oh yeah.
They did ask to remain anonymous,
Mm-hmm.
but it was really cool. What they said is they really enjoy listening to us because we're doing our own thing, even though we are, working all the time or taking care of the kids, which is even harder than working all the time. Honestly.
Hang on, let me pause. Did they say anything about me specifically?
Yes.
Because that's what I
Ooh,
want to
hey,
get to.
all right.
We actually inspired this person to leave their current job to find a new job that would give them time to start their own business.
Oh, really?
So because the
Interesting.
three of us are doing that, it gave this person the same motivation because at first they're like, I'm just going to work all the time and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But now that we're trying to start our own thing with the podcast, it inspired him to leave where he was to have more time to focus on what he wants to do, which is his own business.
That's
I
cool.
wish them all the luck in the
So-
world.
Yeah, all
They,
luck. Best wishes.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Wanted me to share that with you guys as a little fun inspiration. So
Cool.
I thought that was really cool feedback.
Well, hopefully down the road we won't have to be anonymous and we can actually tell everybody about their business. Promote them.
That's kind of the idea. If it takes off, we'll definitely get them on and go from there.
Yeah,
But, stories like that we love hearing. If you guys want to share one with us, you can reach out to us, unscripteddadlife.com, interact with us. There's a table or one of the pages is called Interact with Us, and you can go there, send us a direct message, bring you up on the show. We can bring your name up, stay anonymous, however you want to do it. Ooh, excuse me. But I just wanted to make sure you guys heard that today. He really wanted.
Yeah,
to
that's great.
make
I love
sure-
hearing stuff like that. And seriously, all the best wishes and luck in the world.
100%. And we will definitely have you on once you get it started. The other thing is we've had some people who aren't parents who have reached out and said that they enjoy listening to us because they may not be parents, but they've got, friends that are parents and they enjoy hearing our side of it because from them it's all the stress and they can relate to it and they just kind of find us funnier than their friends.
I
so.
actually forgot. One of the things I wanted to do was list my top 5 tips of being a parent.
Let's do it.
I like that.
Number
What are
one
your top
is
5?
Yeah, number 1, don't have kids. I'm kidding.
That was a bad time to be drinking.
Sorry. What are your goals? Doesn't matter. Don't have kids.
No, I'm just kidding. Kids are wonderful. But to get back to what you were saying, so like it helps the non-parents, so like maybe aunts, uncles, cousins, in a way that maybe they didn't see before.
Yep.
Cool.
I have a really inspiring for you, but I want to hold it to the end.
Okay.
What's your other 4?
No, I just made that up
Yeah,
to
that
set
was
up
a
that joke. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't actually have 5 tips.
Damn it.
I also like that you thought number 1 was real.
Well, no, I knew that wasn't real. I thought that
What
part
else you
was
got?
funny.
No.
But then
that
you
was just
had
a setup
another
for a
one.
hilarious joke.
Damn it. All right, well, we're going to revisit that because I really do. That would be a good one. Top 5 tips.
Okay.
Top 5 tips. I like it.
So I actually had somebody reach out who wants to say thank you for how open you are because they actually are struggling with a few things.
Oh,
And
okay.
with
Right
how
on.
open you are, they have actually now gone and gotten some therapy help.
No way.
They are
Amazing.
now starting to start talking to a therapist to get through their things. And had you not been so open with how you are, they never would have even.
Oh wow,
They would have just
that
continued to
seriously
grow.
means a lot. Like I'm about to
So-
tear up because it means a lot. Like that's huge. That's the reason I do it is to normalize it. But seriously, like I'm glad somebody is getting help, regardless of what they were inspired by. Like that's huge. That's a it's a big gap to try and hurdle, but you don't have to do it yourself. And so that is great. I really wish them all the best for sure because that is it can be hard, especially if you don't have maybe all the support that you maybe want or need. But bridging that gap with a therapist is huge. So whoever you are, I'm very proud of you. Keep it up. I'm serious. Like this is good for you, and I'm very proud. And I hope to hear back, within months to a year, your progress and how you're doing.
Yeah, please keep
Absolutely.
us updated. We definitely are here to support you. Yeah, let us know how it's going. If you have anything, we can maybe even get you straight in touch with John. Who knows?
That would be fine. I'd be happy with that.
Curious. Is that person a parent?
You know what? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you offline.
Right on. Okay. I'm just curious of how, just the meshing of it. That's cool.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you how that one came into me. So that's really all we had for today. Unless you guys want to bring up something else or go over something else, or
No, I really want a milkshake right now, so I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, I need to talk
be
to
careful with
Casa.
your milkshake.
God,
It'll
this
bring
is
all the
gonna
boys
bring all
to the
I
yard.
have heard that it brings boys to the yard. No. Next week will be spooky Halloween. Next show.
Looking forward
That'll
to
be
it.
amazing. Don't forget your costumes.
I'm not
gonna be a
looking
hot
you in the
dog.
eyes for the rest of the time that I'm here.
Oh damn. You don't come as a hot dog 'cause that's my gig. Anyway, you guys, you know what we really need,
We need to start working on that fucking outro.
dude. Speaking of working on something,
You
We
set
do-
yourself up for that
we
one.
do need an outro.